Hi guys! So I'm 36 weeks and 3 days today, and I'm almost full term. On Friday I'll be full term, which is so cool. So first of all, let me talk about my appointment last week. It went really well. He checked me for dilation for the first time, and they said usually they start around 36 weeks, and I was 35 weeks and 6 days, so it's the day before 36 weeks, so they're like, okay, we'll go ahead and check you. So they checked me for dilation, finally, and I was so happy because, I don't know, it just makes it seem so real, like I don't know, it's just so cool. So he measured my stomach as always. He like measured the fundus or whatever it's called. Then they did the strep B test, and what it was, for those of you who don't know what that is, all it is basically they take like a little cotton ball, like you know the thing you clean out with your ears with, like one of those type things, and they just kind of like wipe it around the edge of your area, and then they just do it for like 2 seconds, and he just like gets the sample or whatever he's doing, I don't really know, and then he just said in about 4 days we'll have the results, and if there's any problems then he'll call me. All it is, if you have it, all they do is they treat you during labor, so that he explained it in a way that it's kind of like strep throat. It's kind of like strep throat, so if they treat you during the labor then your baby will be fine. I don't know, that's what I understand of it. So yeah, anyway, so it wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't like a Pap Smear or anything. And okay, then he checked me for dilation. Some of you guys were asking me if that was painful, and I wouldn't say it was painful, it was just really uncomfortable. It's just like one of those things that you don't want to have done, I guess. Yeah, and anyway, so he checked me for dilation and effacement, and he said I am 0 centimeters dilated and 0% effaced, and he said my cervix is hard and in the back, and he does not think I'm gonna go into labor anytime soon, which totally sucks, because I mean I want her here like at 38 weeks. Like that would be a nice time, like 38 weeks or like a little bit after 38 weeks, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna go over my due date because it happens to everybody in my family, so not fun, but I'm expecting it, so I'm just gonna have to try to induce labor by myself any way that I can as soon as I get far enough along. So I mean I am only 36 weeks, so it's kind of expected that I shouldn't be dilated, but yeah, anyway, so she is head down still, which is really good. Hopefully she doesn't like randomly flip over, but she is still posterior, unfortunately, and he told me some exercises that I can do to try to get her to flip around, and I don't really understand exactly how to do it. I think it's something like, he said you get on all fours and then you put like your butt up in the air and then you just kind of like rock or something like that. So, and then he also said just to lean forward a lot instead of like leaning backward, because if you're leaning forward then there's more room like in the back, so she'll want to flip. So just stuff like that. And if she doesn't turn around, then it's not the end of the world. It's just probably a more painful labor for me. And he also said to go swimming, so as soon as it gets warm here, like oh my gosh, it's still extremely not warm. It's the end of May, like it's almost June, and I think it was like 70 degrees today or something like that. I was like, that's March weather, okay? That's not June. And I'm in California, okay? The middle of California. It should be warm here, and it's not, which is really frustrating because I have a pool and I want to go swimming, and it's really good exercise too. But anyway, that's my rant. Okay, so this week I've had a lot of stuff going on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first off, I had my baby shower on Saturday, my second baby shower, and it was really fun. I made the baby shower video and I'm going to upload it probably before this video. So, but maybe not, maybe it'll be after, so I don't know, but go find that. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of clothes, a lot of little clothes, but that's okay. And we got a lot of stuff that we needed too, though. Like over here, that right there, that's like those little jumperoo things, which I was so happy that I got. I was so happy. It's the Fisher Price, and I think it's the aquarium type. I don't know if that's what it's called, but you'll see it in my baby shower video, so just go look at that. And then I also got a nursing cover and just little stuff like that, and but yeah, that was really fun. And anyway, okay, so the biggest news, which is so crazy, I'm like nervous to tell you guys. Well, not nervous, I'm just like, whew. Alright, so last week, I know you guys were like, what are you not telling us? because I did something and I was like, I'm being forced to not tell you. But the reason I couldn't tell you then is because of what happened. So, okay, basically, I'm just gonna tell you the story. Okay, so we get a call or my mom gets a call. I was out of town and she got a call, and it was the people from The View, like the show The View. And they wanted me to go on the show. And I was like, what? Like, that's crazy. And they wanted me to fly down to New York and be on the show, like, there, like, interviewed. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the craziest thing ever. So, anyway, we finally got, like, everything set, and then, I mean, I'm sure you guys know how the TV business works. Not everything is set in stone. But I talked to my doctor about it and everything, and he was totally okay with me going. But then they called us on Friday, and they were like, oh, we don't have room. I'm sorry, da-da-da. And I was just like, oh, that's totally fine, because, like, just them asking me to go on the show is the most amazing thing ever. Like, that's, like, that's just so amazing. So, I mean, I'm not even bummed out at all that I'm not going to be on it, because just them asking was just crazy. And I was supposed to be on it on Thursday. And if you go to their website, as of this morning, I'm not sure if I'm still there, but as of this morning, I'm still on the schedule to be on it. So, I don't know, maybe they'll call me and change their mind. But, I don't know. It was just, I just had to tell you guys that. So, that was just so exciting for them to just consider that, even, oh my gosh, okay. So I'll put a link, if it's still up whenever I upload this video, I'll put a link to their website, and you can check out their schedule, and it says, like, from pregnancy blogger Jessica Schaefer, and I'm just like, that's so crazy. And I was gonna meet Paris Hilton, which would have been cool. And anyway, okay, so yeah, that's what I was holding back, but apparently, or as of right now, it's not gonna happen, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. If something does happen, then I'll let you guys know, but it probably won't, but that's still exciting, right? Okay, so symptoms this week. I'm randomly getting, like, hot flashes. Just, it's not really every day. It's just kind of, at night or when I'm sleeping, I'll suddenly get really hot, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I'll just take off the covers, and I don't know, just try to, like, air myself out, because I'm just like, oh, it's so hot all of a sudden. So that's something else. And then she is so active. I've gotten tons of emails and stuff just from, like, all the what to expect when you're expecting type email places things. And they're all saying, like, don't worry if your baby starts to slow down or doesn't kick as much. But Lilia has not stopped. Like, this child, like I said, does not sleep. I'm telling you. There's only about 10 minutes out of the day that she stays still. And whenever I go to bed, she goes crazy. She just starts kicking at the bed, and I don't know, she doesn't like when I go to sleep. Or just even a nap. She just doesn't like the bed pressing up against her, I guess. That's what I'm assuming. So, anyway, yeah, she has not slowed down at all. Not one bit. And now that I say that, she's probably gonna, like, stop this entire week. But as of right now, she is active all the time. All the time. This is gonna be one crazy little kid. And I'm still having that cervix pain. I was telling you guys this a couple weeks back, I think. And it just feels like pinching on my cervix. It's just the weirdest thing ever. It's kind of like someone is taking a needle and, like, poking my cervix. I don't know how else to explain it. But it's really uncomfortable, and it's not all the time. It's just at random times throughout the day, just like the hot flash type things are. I mean, they're not related. I don't get, like, a hot flash and then have the needle thing. Yeah, so I'm still getting all that. I'm still getting that pain, so that's not fun. And also her movements, I forgot to add this. Her movements hurt really bad. Really, really bad. She gets up in my ribs, and she'll just, like, move her knee. I think it's her knee. Move her knee across my ribs, and oh, she'll push so hard. I feel like there's nothing in between me and her. I can literally feel every single part of her body now. It's amazing. It's so cool. I thought that I could feel things before, but now, like, I can just touch my stomach and I can feel, oh, here's a shin, here's a knee, here's an elbow. Like, it's the coolest thing ever. Like, she's right there, right inside of me, like, here. It's amazing. It's so amazing. The pain comes along with it. So she gets and since she is so active, and I have a feeling it's related to her being posterior. I think one of the main reasons that most people start feeling less movement is because If you're normal, I guess, then your baby would be anterior, so they'd be facing backwards, so you wouldn't be feeling all the knees and the elbows. But since she's forward, I can feel every single little movement that she makes, and it's just, it's painful. I mean, it's so awesome, and sometimes it's not painful, but most of the time, it hurts really bad. And also, whenever I'm sleeping, I feel like I have this huge, like, attached fake pregnant belly to me that's really heavy. And so whenever I go to turn over, it's like really hard to turn over. So I'll be on one side, and then I try to go to switch, and I feel like I'm taking a huge whale with me to switch to the other side. And it's kind of complicated sometimes. I feel like it takes 5 minutes for me to flip over to the other side. So I'm just getting humongous